Hi guys. So today I'm back with you with a very important topic that a few of you had requested also that I should discuss. And being a spine specialist, I thought it was my duty that I should discuss this very important topic of a backache. And when I talk about backache, I'm not going to go into the history of causes of backache, but the injuries of the back that we usually come across in our day-to-day lives. And being a spine surgeon, I see this backache in my OPD very, very often. And in fact, all of us relate to this problem, I think, once in our lifetime. And it is said that humans have this backache, and this is the cost that we pay for our erect posture. So, animals don't have a backache because the posture is like this. So, everybody of us do have a backache at some point of time. And you'll be surprised that in all my OPD patients, I think 95% of my patients can do just very well with exercises. And that has been my constant endeavor, day in and day out, to tell my patients that despite all slip disc, and you've heard of major backaches, patients bending down and not being able to get up, I operate only in 5% of the cases, or maybe even less than 5%. 95% I would like to manage them just with a good rehab and exercise regime. And this is what I am here today to talk to you about. How you can go about strengthening your back, what are the pitfalls and small tricks that you can do so that you can get out of this nagging pain, or if you've had an injury. And more importantly also that, see, like I said, a lot of my patients, I tell them to join a gym and start doing exercises. But few of them actually, or even otherwise normal gym goers, they do injure their back also while exercising. So I would like to give you a few tips there also, how to prevent your back injury while exercising. Like I said, 95% of my patients can be managed, of backache patients, not my patients, backache patients can be managed very well with just exercises. In fact, there was an old concept, जब slip disc हुआ है, कमर में बहुत दर्द है डॉक्टर साहब, and doctor साहब used to put you on traction for 3 weeks, on a bed rest for 1 month. Now that is totally out of the window. It has been proven now that people who exercise, and when I say exercise, I'm talking about two point of exercises, that people who get back to their normal exercise routine like walking, running, whatever, recover much faster than people who are on bed rest. Of course, there's an initial period of 5 to 7 days of rest when you're in acute pain, but beyond that, it is the exercises. Recover much faster, people who exercise. And then it has been further proven that people who do back strengthening exercises, especially along with the other exercises like cardio, and recover even faster. So you can understand the importance of these exercises. And there are few things that I would like to tell you. Of course, I am not go through the entire back strengthening regime. You all are aware of it. It's everywhere on the net, and when you go to your physio, they teach you all these exercises. There are 1 or 2 exercises that I can tell you that actually you can do even when there is pain. In fact, when you get up with a stiff back, you've just come back from a workout, or you have a slip disc, recurrent backaches, then if you get up, there's one exercise or 1 or 2 exercises that you can do which will actually reduce the pain. Normally in an acute pain, we do not advise exercises, but there are few exercises that can be done even in acute pain. So I'd like to show you those exercises, what you can do. And before that, I'd like to tell you that there are few ways in which you can actually injure your back, and that is what I want you to prevent. And one of them is that, most of these back injuries happen during your leg workout, or you've just started, because again, if you remember what I had told you earlier, lack of adequate warm-up or cool-down is one of the leading causes of these injuries, of these sprains and strains. So make sure when you come for your workout, especially on a leg day or a back day, you warm up, you do your bend, you do your stretches. But a very important part is that one exercise that I'll tell you, which you can also make it a part of your warm-up routine. But when you're doing your leg workout, please be very careful. I get most of my patients who have had this acute backache, back injury, is while they were doing either squats or they were doing a leg press. Yeah, leg press also. And of course, a little bit of deadlifts and good morning exercise also cause this injury. Deadlift is a tricky exercise. People who have had a chronic recurrent disc problem should avoid deadlifts and the good morning exercise. And squats can be done properly. And so one tip that I'd like to give you is that you always practice in your profile in the mirror. So stand like this, and whenever you want to do any exercise with your bent back, see, normally we say that don't do forward bending if you have a back problem. But the trick is you can bend forward in a very calculated way, that you don't bend like this. This is where you go wrong. So stand like this. The first thing you practice is put out your pelvis, thrust it backwards. So hold out your buttocks from behind. So if you see, this is the normal, you go like this and then start bending at your pelvis. So your back remains arched, concave, not like this. Please, not like this. You can go, again I'm telling you, go back, bend from your pelvis from here and go down. And after that you can do any exercise, whether it is bent over row or in any exercise. You can do even a deadlift, but start with your bending your pelvis. And if you see, my upper back or my middle back is arched. Try to look straight, look up, don't look down, try to look straight. Automatically your back is arched. You can go down and start doing these exercises. Don't go like this, go like this. So this is what you need to practice. So you need to strengthen your lower back. Remember, lower back along with leg is one of your core muscle groups, and if you don't strengthen it, you would always keep injuring your lower back. And that comes to another point, core building exercise. We have all heard of this. So imagine your back is like one pillar. Now it has to be supported from both sides, the back muscles on one side and the ab muscles in the front. So both need to be strengthened. It's not that you're just going to work on your back muscles, like I said, back strengthening exercises, which I'm not going to go into the detail of, but you also need to build up your abs. You need to, that is part of your back strengthening exercises, and build up your core. So, and of course the most important exercise which I'll demonstrate for your core is the plank. So please, if you've had a back injury, of course you can't do crunches, you can't do forward bending too much, but do your core building in form of plank and this one bridging exercise that I'll show you shortly. So that is my one tip that you need to follow very, very diligently. Like I said earlier, that wrong posture is one of the leading causes of backache in a normal working individual. So please concentrate on a good posture while you're working, especially at office or even at home. Make sure that your posture is right. And one tip that I'd like to give you, of course, if you have a backache or a chronic disc problem, prolonged sitting and prolonged standing in one place has to be avoided. This always I tell my patients. Walking is not an issue, exercising is not an issue. In fact, exercise helps. Please remember, exercise actually helps in backache. So please throw that out of your mind, that exercise is not to be done. If you're done properly, exercise helps. But yes, prolonged sitting and prolonged standing in one place is what is detrimental. And for standing, just a small tip, when you are in a party somewhere where you have a problem, and just try to put your one leg elevated. You can just be talking to somebody and just put one leg on an elevated, and you can keep changing this position of the leg. So that's one standing tip. For a sitting tip, of course, when you're in an office, I'd like to show you. Either you should, all of us have this ergonomic chairs in the back where the back support is there. You're all aware of it. Either try to go right back while sitting, because support should be an arch here, and sit straight and try to work at an eye level. And preferably have a stool under your feet, so your knee is at a higher level than your hips. So if this is the position, not like this, but like this, you're going to protect your back. So either you sit right back with an elevated stool, or go right in the front and try to sit straight and maintaining the arch once your back is strong. So this is an important sitting posture, to have a stool under your feet, which will help you a lot. If you remember, I said the back injury happens most often during the beginning of your leg workout or your back workout day. And one of the exercises was deadlift or bent over, in which you can injure it by bending your back. Other way is the leg press, and that's the only time I have injured my back 10 years back, was during the leg press. Now this I have seen very common in my practice, and I'd like all of you to pay attention, whatever I can explain to you on this, that when we're doing a leg press, imagine this is your thigh, this is your leg, and this is your feet, and you're doing the leg press, right? This is your leg press. Please remember, the hips are at all time touching that support that you have down. So go down only till your hip allows, and then go up. Please do not arch your lower back. Don't lift this thigh off this support. The moment your buttocks are lifted off that support, your back goes into a hyperflexion mode, and when you press, you're going to injure and cause a major slip disc problem. So please remember, that's an important tip during leg press. Keep your hips always in support with that back support that is there in the machine. So remember, this is one exercise that I was telling you, the bridging exercise, which I almost swear by in terms of reducing the backaches, in terms of getting over if you've had a back injury, and in fact a good warm up and cool down exercise. This bridging exercise is paramount. And in fact, this is the only exercise that I recommend even if a patient has an acute backache. You get up in the morning, you have stiffness, just do this exercise for 5-10 minutes, and I assure you, 50% of your pain would have gone. Normally, like I said, in an acute pain, we do not advise exercise. But this is one particular exercise that I want you to do before your leg workout, after a cool down, and if you are at home recovering from a back injury, you can do this exercise and it will help you a lot. So we call it the bridging exercise. So you can just lie down flat on the floor. You can bend your knees to variable extent depending on what you're comfortable with. Keep your hands by your side. You can keep your hands behind your head also, but this is a comfortable position. And lifting up your buttocks and lower back. Your shoulders are touching, your heels are touching, and it is important to hold. It is important to hold. Count till 10 and then gradually bring it down. So you can, like I said, bring your legs closer, you can make it further away as your strength gathers. Keep your hands by your side, lift it up, hold for a count of 10 and bring it down. There's also, you can just keep a roll towel underneath your lower back and just like lifting, you can press it down. So start doing this exercise, press it down, hold and then leave it loose. These are the two exercises that will take care of your stiffness, especially morning stiffness when you have a recurrent back injury. Of course, few of us also have a relief with this particular exercise, bending your knees to one level, bringing it closer to your chest and then taking it further. And plus there are a lot of back exercises that we do lying prone, and you know those Superman exercises, one of them, and I am telling you these exercises, the ones that now I'm going to tell you should be done only once you have recovered from a back injury and you are in a good muscle power. So you can keep your hands by your side and lift it up, hold it and bring it down. Similarly, you can lift up from your hips, not from your knees, lift up from your hips, hold it and bring it down. And you can do it with both the legs, you can do it with one leg, and you know these are all exercises that are recommended by yoga. So follow these exercises once you're out of this acute backache. One important thing that I told you is to strengthen your core, and please never lose sight of that. And the best way to do core, people who have backache can't do too many crunches. Like I said, forward bending is the only thing that you should avoid in the gym. You want to lift anything, just a small tip that I would like to give you. You want to lift anything from the ground, bend your knees, keep your back straight and lift. So don't bend forward in the gym. So if you have a back injury, of course you can't do ab crunches, but I told you that you need to strengthen your abs. So one important exercise that will keep your spine straight, strengthen your core, is the plank. So holding the plank, you can keep a little weight on your lower back and hold. So you can also have a variation where you can rock in the back and forth, but holding plank is one of the very important exercises in which you can strengthen the core, strengthen your back and reduce any undue stresses on this back. So do the bridging exercises and this plank regularly as part of your routine. So folks, this is all about the back injuries that I wanted to share with you. But having said all that, please remember, as a spine surgeon, the first question I ask my patient is the back pain traveling down the leg. If it's only in the back, it's not traveling down the leg, you needn't worry about it too much. You've come back from a gym, you had an injury, lay off for 4-5 days and do some hot packs. Yeah, in back, the hot packs help a lot. It reduces the pain spasm cycle. Take a mild course of an anti-muscle relaxant and an anti-inflammatory. But if it does not respond in 5 to 7 days, but most importantly, if your pain starts to travel down the leg, what we loosely call as sciatica, then you need to immediately consult your orthopedic surgeon, who would get some x-rays or MRI done and investigate further and advise you. So don't push your body beyond a limit, especially when it comes to this back. If injuries, if caught in time and if the action is taken right, then we can reduce the discomfort later on to a large extent. But if you're going to ignore these back injuries, then of course it becomes a chronic problem. So don't let that happen. But before that, just keep strengthening your lower back, strengthen your core, and stick to a good core strengthening routine. Take care. God bless you and stay fit.